Hey everybody, Throw New Error has arrived. Throw New Error blowing up the chat with all kinds of questions about the block editor thing I worked on last week that I have not had a chance to figure out yet. But let's see what he's saying. I don't have an update about the loading of the blocks. Now, I think in theory what we'll need to do is, you'll need to basically, you need to register the blocks. You need to, like, they exist, but I don't think they're being registered correctly. And you either have to like find the enqueued files that have been registered and enqueue them that way, which I don't think there's a hook that you can just say enqueue, like, you know, whatever. Because in our tests from last week, if you remember right, there's a block registry class in PHP, and it does know about all of our custom stuff. So there is a disconnect between that and the other the custom blocks. So I apologize. I have not had a chance to get that figured out yet. This week we're not really going to dive back into that, but I will make it my own personal mission to figure that out for you. So apologies. What's the next thing? Regarding getting the other thingy in the thingy. Where is the spotlight message? What is that? Regarding getting other than core blocks into the editor, the other issues I'm having is a document view outline into it, as well as I think list view component is private. Might have to make my own version. So the list view, like the that can't be right.
Oh great, it's KevXB.
There he is. There's Kev. Packages. Let's see. Block. Just got to find the right. So block editor maybe. Source. Components. List view. So list view's right here, right? It's this thing, right? That's what you're looking for, right? So let's see. It looks like it's being exported there, friends. So it should be available to you there in the block editor package. Blowing you up on Discord about it. Oh, what? Really? I was just on Discord. How did I not see it? Which Discord? Like my Discord? In general, I think. Oh, there it is. Yeah, sorry. Hold on. Installs Discord. I have Discord right here, Kevin. It's actually just answering a question on it. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a tough one. I think there is definitely a way to do this. Okay, so there's there's two questions. There's got to be something that is triggered that we are not triggering in our custom thing. I might reach out to Dave, who wrote the original tutorial that we were following. But in the meantime, this list view does exist in the block the block editor package. I think this is the list view that you are looking for. This is the droid you're looking for. So you should be able to get that happening, I think. So follow those examples. I don't know if that works or not, but let me know if it doesn't. Anyway, cool. So today, I'm gonna quit Discord. Am I gonna quit Discord? Maybe I'll quit Discord. I don't know. Custom blocks. But when I import that, it says undefined and the package is installed. So, okay, hold on. By the way, speaking of Discord, I just want to rant for a second. So block editor, you're installing this package, and it's not. I had someone hit me up on Discord, and it's always the same thing. Random friend request, cool. You know, always happy to meet new people on Discord, and then it's like, hey, I'm a developer from wherever, and I want to collaborate. And I'm always like, great. I wish you the best of luck. I'm not looking to collaborate or send you work, because usually collaborate means send me work. And the person's like, best of luck? Are you kidding? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Best? Like, yeah, I'm wishing you the best of luck. I'm not looking to work with you. Like, sorry. And then he blocks me. like rage quits Discord. I'm like, oh my god, some entitled software developer that just graduated school is like, I want everyone should want to work with me. Anyways, I saw your site. It wasn't that good, so shut your face, whoever you are. All right, there we go. Okay, so it looks like it is exporting it, right? I don't think I have the site anymore because I think the person blocked me. How do I manage my blocked stuff? Oh crap! Oh, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can find it off thing here. Probably no. I found it. You know what? Yeah. Should I shame this guy? I'm just gonna plunk it in here. I don't know. I feel like he was very rude and entitled, and like I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything, and I certainly don't need to be. I don't know. And yeah. See, now the Canadian in me is like being too nice. Anyways, I'm a junior full stack developer specializing in modern software development with a growing focus on artificial intelligence. Passionate about building scalable, user-friendly websites and exploring AI technologies. You know, the thing is, it's like, well, the thing is, it's like I've been doing this a long time, and I'm old and I'm grumpy, and I get that. But and like I'm always, hey Corey, how's it going, man? I'm always open to like talk to people, especially people who are just trying to get started. Like I was at that point, you know. We all have, we all were.
It's CR0 EBIT.
CR0 EBIT. I'm not like, you know, trying to be all like, oh, I'm so great for doing this, but I just think it's so entitled that you're like, oh, you think I should, oh yeah, I should drop what I'm doing and listen to your pitch about wanting to build the next AI bot that's going to change the world. Sorry, that's not going to happen. First of all, you don't have the money. Second of all, third of all, I'm not interested. So, anyhow, if you're watching, Lucas, best of luck to you. He's not watching. What are we doing? Right. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So let's look. So this should be exported. So if you're importing from the block editor package, right? You're doing that. There, you should be able, like, it should all be part of it. Because the thing that we were looking at was in components, right? It was in components. It was in list view. Let's look at the index and just see what's happening here. Maybe it's being exported as something different. Oh, there it is. So it's being exported as experimental list view. That's probably the issue. They're throwing an error right here. This would be your. This is probably the issue that you're running into right there. So what? That's what you thought too? If that's what you thought, then why did you make me look it up? I'm so grumpy. I'm not collaborating with you either. No, I'm kidding. So all you have to do is just import it that and alias it, right? So like we've all done that. So it'd be something like oh god, not there. Import like experimental like list view, right? Does docs say otherwise? I know they say otherwise, and that is very unfortunate. You're actually very right. You should, you know what you should do? You want some easy props? Yeah, I've never alias. It's all I do. Do you want some really easy props? And if you go do the pull request right now, I literally just approve it and let it go, and it can go. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? Components. And go to list view. See, it's weird because this list view it's not marked as experimental. Usually it says that it's experimental. If you go and change this in the docs, I'll approve it. You'll get some props right now. you've never done that before, then that's cool too. Yeah, so you want to just do that basically. You'll want to do this. I don't know what this is going to look like, but that's basically what you're going to want. Where's that yelling at me?
Oh great, it's Troy Chaplin.
What is this? Oh, there he is. Troy Chaplin. There we go. Hey, Troy. Troy's changing his avatar again. Now it's like a, what is that? Like I was going to say Gimli, but that's not right. What's the Ghibli thing? You let me know what that is. I can't remember. Mission completed. Yes. I did. Yes. Where'd that go? Did it actually show up? Hold on. I wasn't looking. Did that actually show up? Channel rewards. Okay. There you go. It did show up. Cool. Oh, and then everything went black for a second. That was weird. Whatever, man. Whatever. Okay, cool. So I have been sort of tasked, not really, I volunteered, but I've been working on, yeah, a new core block. We're trying to get Nick Diego's block, or a variation of Nick Diego's block, into core. So I encourage you to read through this. So this is my pull request, and it's a very there's a lot going on here. So basically everyone wants it. It's basically the long and short of it is, right? Everyone kind of wants a variation of this. So what we want to do is, so I've been kind of looking through it. SVG uploads are a thing. So basically the work that I did up until now, I did work on Contributor Day to basically get the PR, so it was passing all the tests and everything, and getting all that sort of plumbing in place. And why is Nick not handling? He doesn't have time. He's more than happy to see this go into core, but he's like up to his eyeballs in stuff. Yeah, no, it's not like Nick's not into it, or he just has other fish to fry right now. And this is something that I love to do. I love writing code, so I really wanted to kind of get into this. So there's some great feedback on this initial pull request by Joe Dolson, which is some accessibility stuff, which I have addressed. I think I addressed that one already. But then I got some great notes from Aki, from Ben, and from Dave about there's a lot going on with this particular. There's some issues with the save function. So basically the way that so there's a lot going on in here. So it's a static block, and what it's doing is it's accessing the well, I can show you what can I show you what it looks like, because I have so we've got all these icons from core, right? And I actually have to like trim some of this stuff down. But what happens is not right now, because the current implementation is oh great, well you should fix that that doc issue that I was just pointing out. Anyways, so what this does is these icons are actually from the core, the WordPress. Oh my god, I can't talk today, so I need more coffee. These icons are all from the WordPress icons package, and what happens is there is an issue which I didn't discover until and it's a bit in the weeds, but if the source for any of those icons change, you get a blocked validation error. So Aki has it very succinctly laid out, where basically you insert an icon from the library, save the post, and then you go and you actually change the SVG in the icon that's been inserted, and then you'll get a blocked validation error. So that's kind of an issue. Now that becomes an issue. It's kind of an edge case in that it requires changes to the actual icons in the library. But if there's ever a design change or whatever, something changes, it will, there's potential there to break blocks, and that's not good. So there was two sort of solutions that we were thinking of. The first one was keep it as a static block, but once the icon is inserted, have it kind of disconnect from the library. So the markup gets inserted, the markup gets saved, and then the icons, but then disconnect the icon from that particular instance of the block, which sounds good in theory. But then actually, I was thinking about this, and Fabian reached out to me on, so I have to give him props because he had similar ideas about turning this into a dynamic block. That's how you did your own block before? So you disconnected from the markup? Is that what you're saying? Cool. So the idea of turning this into a dynamic block is something. So how did you make the disconnect, actually, Corey? What was the process? Because I've gone down the road of turning this into a dynamic block, because that's the way that the social link block works. So it's dynamic as well. So then we don't have to worry about any. So like my concern is like we're messing with icons. These are SVGs. They're part of like a package, and it's a lot of like there's a lot of potential fail points, I think. So the dynamic block option means that we're never going to run into a validation error, right? We're never going to run into a validation error, which I like better, to be honest. It does mean that we have to have duplication of SVGs in both PHP and JavaScript, because that's just how it has to work. So there was an idea of like just creating so the other consensus on this is that there's a lot of features in this right now that came from, like, this is Nick's block just made so it works in core. So there's a lot of features that are like might be too much for an initial MVP. So that's what we're sort of thinking about now. So like the original suggestion by Dave, which is a good suggestion, is that to scale it down completely so it just supports uploading custom SVG markup directly, which is a great idea because that does make this very simple. But the problem there, in my opinion anyways, is that it doesn't really, this block needs to provide some icons. Like my point was that like if you don't know what markup is for SVGs or you don't know where to get it, this block becomes fairly useless. Like you want to be able to provide at least the bare, like some icons. So I think we need to figure out the way to provide the list of icons that are already in it now, which is a pared down list of what it used to, based on some feedback from Matthias and from Mike McAllister. And McAllister? Am I saying it wrong? As soon as yeah, Mike McAllister. As soon as I said that, I was like, oh no, you're thinking of the last name from the Home Alone. So yeah, so I kind of went down the road of starting to turn this into a dynamic block yesterday, but I don't know. See, this is the problem with core development, and it's not a problem. I don't know which direction's going to get sort of like the most backing on, if that makes sense. They're both valid, right? They both have their issues, but you know, depending on who's involved with the ticket and depending on what their comfort level is and everything, then like, you know, I might be barking up the wrong tree, even though they're both very valid use cases. So, okay, so maybe let's try to do some kind of disconnect thing, maybe. So I'll show you what I have so far. So there's core blocks and custom blocks are like fundamentally different ways of doing it. So what if I remove this render callback? I want to sorry, I'm not building. The other thing is you have to npm run Why not add icon library to it? What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, eventually. There's too much, like, I think that, yeah. So, yes, but you're up here and I need you down here right now. Because what we need to, in order for this to get into to core, especially for 6.9, which is like in December 2nd, right? We need to have like a good solid block to start, right? It needs to display these icons, and do that. So we need like an MVP. And this is usually what happens with core blocks, is that you can't do all the things all at once. Because as soon as we start talking about an icon library, we're talking about like, a lot of folks on the who are building Gutenberg are going to say, oh, okay, let's take a step back and let's do an icon library similar to the way we did a font library and tie it into all the things. That's probably the appropriate way to do it, right? And then it's not about being tied to Font Awesome or Icon Error or whatever, right? Then it's like, here's a way of managing. Yeah. Well, what we would want to do most likely is provide like a base set of icons, which is what this block is hopefully going to do, and then provide a means to add your own icons, it be that Font Awesome or whatever library. That's probably the best way to do it, because as soon as you say we're going to go with Font Awesome, you're going to get 50% of the people saying I hate Font Awesome, I want this, right? So if we provide the means of adding whatever you want, then that's great. So we're not there yet. So we need to get a good solid block in place and then look at ways to extend it. Yeah, well, what are you doing? First, you missed my meeting at work camp. No, I'm kidding. I think I actually missed the meeting too. There, help us.
Oh great, it's Ilpus original.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things. So what I think this is going to do is, Troy and everyone, is that it's going to, these are all core icons, right? So it's going to start with these. I don't know if we necessarily need this preview size, but whatever. Like, we'll probably have to pare some of this down a bit, but it's going to start with these icons and then potentially allow us to upload your own stuff in here. So there's a lot of features that might get pulled out and then added back in a slightly different way, right? So plugins should provide icon libraries, core should mostly. Exactly. This is exactly it. Like, we don't have to be yes, not all of those, but a subset of those, and that's what's in place now. Okay, yeah. This was a yeah. So the copy and paste SVG. So I think the basic features for this are going to be the copy and paste at SVG and the predefined list of icons, and then I'm hoping there are some filters that are that are pre-existing, and then you can add your own. So, but we'll get there. Yeah. Was it could be this issue, because this is the PR, but this is the issue, and Mike McAllister put together a really great list down here somewhere, probably, yeah, right here. This is the list that we kind of started with, and so this is the list that is currently in my pull request right now, and these are all from core. So yeah, the list. This is the list. All right, Corey, you want to show us your code, and I'll steal it, and maybe if we can just get the static save working, that will make life a lot easier. And then I will fight and get you props on this PR as well. So okay, so I have my build. The build takes forever to run, and okay, so we'll refresh this, and let's see. Can I just, what do I have going on in here? Can I just stash that? At 10:30, it's 10:55. You must be in a time zone difference. You're a half an hour late for your meeting. All right. So we, okay. Well, so let's see what happens. So let's, I'm just gonna delete this and jump an icon. I'm gonna refresh this, reload site. Delete this, save it. Icon, we're gonna pick the icon. We're gonna go to the @ symbol, we're gonna hit save. We're gonna go check out the front end of this. Now, is this dynamically rendering? I don't believe it is, and I will tell you that in a second, because I should be able to rotate the sucker and have it rotate. There we go. Okay, so this is okay. So the issue that we're getting is if I go now and edit this. So let's jump over to the icons package. This is fun. I think I'm gonna just start contributing to WordPress core blocks all the time, and then block library, and then we'll just have a regular stream, just a regular old stream on this. So the library is @ symbol, right? @ symbol. So let's just say I make a change. I don't know what change is gonna. Let's see if setting this to 26 and 26 makes the issue. So we'll let that build. Okay, cool. And then we'll jump over here, refresh this. Maybe it needs to be a. Wait, am I using the right symbol? Should be the @ symbol. Yeah, symbol. Okay. If I just put another path in here, maybe. I'm not sure how much it needs to deviate to make this work. Sure, let's add that. Why not? Why is this yelling at me? Oh, any one of these? Sure, okay. Why not? Why not in that stuff? Files, okay, so it's changing. All right. Oh man, the thing, George, I was talking to George about this last time, and he's like, the worst, like the run dev in Gutenberg takes forever. All right, let me just replace this and see if, okay, there we go. So this is the error that we're talking about, which makes total sense, is that as soon as we make any changes to the markup, we can see that there's going to be validation errors, right? Which is not good. So, okay, so we gonna just undo all this. You know what? You know it's faster? Just doing this. Oh, there we go. Gone. Okay. Excuse me. So, okay, so let's look in the save, I guess. So when we're saving. So how can I? Okay, I'm gonna just console.log. I feel like there's gonna be a way to do this. Attributes, right? If I just oh, what am I doing? Can you tell I was working in PHP yesterday? Props.attributes. Okay, let's jump in here and see what our props.attributes tells us. Because I mean, if it contains the markup, or no, contains the markup. Oh, duh. I'm in the save. I probably need to be in the edit to actually look at that. Let's see. Whoa, where's the edit? This is a huge file. Over here. So I'm just gonna do console log props.attributes and wait for that to finish building. All right, let's see. Okay, so it's got the actual icon. But where is, so that icon, that's the actual icon. Okay, so we have access to the actual SVG, so why? So maybe we can just disconnect it without, like in the save. Maybe we don't. Maybe it doesn't need to. Okay, so in the save, we should have icon somewhere. So that's the markup, right? There's no icon. Okay, icon and custom icon, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, so this would be a custom icon. So printed icon. So what if we just did this? Because I don't care about named icon. Why do I want named? So we're pulling all, okay. What if I just do that? Okay, I'm gonna get the @ symbol back. Can I just put those changes back in? Okay, cool. Can you reiterate the problem with the static version of the block? Yeah, sure. So the issue that we're running into is that because the icons are connected to the block library, sorry, the icon library, right? They, like, the icons are basically, are imported here from WordPress icons, right? So this is the list, but when it's saved, the markup like it pulls the icon from the package, as opposed to when it's saved, it pulls the icon from the package, and then if the icon has changed in the package, right, which is what we're sort of fixing, is what we're mocking up with this, it does a block validation error because it doesn't know how to handle that particular change because it's not the same block, right? So, well, interesting. That didn't cause a problem. Hold on. Let's put it back to save here. So we're gonna. So this is my potential fix so far. Fix ? And we're gonna put this back. Right. So that's gonna rebuild. I almost guarantee that we're gonna get a block validation error in here.
Oh great, it's Philip.
Oh, it's this guy, the Lup. Hi. Well, these aren't expected to change either, but the problem is that, there we go. Okay, so we just fixed the problem. So what we want to do is when it gets saved, we want it to okay, so so this is basically the culprit. So if we hide that and we put this back, so basically what this is doing, get the saved icon from the props, and don't connect it to the icon library. That's what I think we want to do. Because then what's going to happen here, it's going to go, okay, give me the icon, and then parse the icon or whatever we have to do. If there is no icon, which we should return null. So I think this is going to fix this problem. Right now, what it won't fix is this. So this is displaying the new version, right? But if we go to the front end, it'll still be this version, right? So I don't know if that's a thing that we need to really be worried about. So if I save this, that has an extra little path in there. Now that still doesn't have that little path in there. So Dave had a pretty good suggestion around like checking to see if the icons, like if there was a change, right? So this is gonna take the saved icon, but in the edit we're still showing the old icon, and maybe we don't need to do that. Maybe we can do the same thing. Named icon. There we go. So this is. So I think disconnecting from the save is the way to go, right? I think we need to have a state where it's like, so I wonder what happens now if we insert an icon block and then choose from the library and we put the audio symbol in there. It works. Okay, that doesn't work because it's null. Because why? I don't know. Yeah, there is a way to do it. You can actually, so like if like, which I haven't really tested much there. So like you can insert a custom SVG. So if we have an SVG, we can plunk it in there, right? But I think that this is handled, right? So I think maybe we can look at the way that this is handled, like it flags, right? So so there's very much like two cases here. So like if it's a custom icon, right? So if icon, so this is the markup, and named icon length is equal to 0. Yeah, exactly. Which is what we're sort of doing. So it's not being saved right now because this is because the initial save doesn't exist yet, right? So we need to have, so like the initial state doesn't account for this, right? So you could say, so I guess we could do something like if there is icon in here. Okay, so we can put maybe an else statement in here. No icon, probably just inserted block with 2 R's. And then we can just grab this stuff, right? So this will hit, why? What have I done? Oh, I need an if in there. Else if. Nope. Wait a second. I'm adding an else to an else, which is not how you do that, friends. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go if, right? If, no, wait a minute. Oh, I get it. Sorry. What am I doing? I don't need to do that. So I need to put this as another if statement. Do I? If no icon, right? I'm just gonna say if no icon for now. So this should, I'm gonna probably have to change this logic to make it work better, but the idea is that if there's an icon and it's a named icon, and it's not named, then it, so this is actually gonna trigger this. So this is gonna fall in here. I think what I need to do is do that inside of there and make this a thing. So I can go predicted icon. Oh, logic, man. Okay. So if there's no icon, so this is gonna fall. So this needs to be true and this needs to be true. So this is never gonna run. Yeah. But then it's just the opposite of that. Else if. Oh, I know. Hold on. If no icon and there's no icon, named icon dot length. No. Maybe this will do it. Let's just see. I'm probably just overthinking this a lot. Let's see, is that built yet? Oh, still not built. Just a sec. Okay, so that adds it. Let's see what happens here now. So if I go in here and icon block, boop, library, we'll do the audio symbol, save it. I'll put a background color on it or something so I can see if that's actually the right one. All right, now if I refresh this. Okay, that seems to work. So now, delete this. No. I think we've disconnected it, haven't we? Let's find the music note. Oh my god, okay, of course I have to. Oh, audio. That's literally beside the one I was using. I'm just going to copy this and put it in here. All right, and this should give us another path. So this should basically just give us 2 notes here. Shouldn't get any validation errors. Not build. Ugh, it takes forever to build. What is that? Oh, that's something different. Let's try that. I think I just didn't. All right, it looks like it's built now. So let's refresh this. Okay, so we do see that, no validation error. That's still rendering the way it's supposed to be rendering. Okay, so now, if I now come in here and go icon, and I pick the audio, that looks like it's working, right? But it's not saving. Okay, so that was the same problem that we had. Okay, so we sort of connect, okay. So the save is this logic is not working at all. Let me just write this down. So if there is an icon and the name is empty, it's a custom icon. Right? I'm gonna just hide this for now. So if it's a custom icon, cool. So then if icon and name length is greater than the doodad, this is not what I want.
Oh, you made a wise choice, my friend.
Thanks for the follow there. Noon keys? Now keys? Sure. So we're gonna grab that. So if there's an icon and it's the thing, right? So then I think what we should grab it from the props, right? No, I don't need that. I just need that. Okay. And then finally, if no icon is this, and there's going to be this thing. So let's see where this takes us. There's a lot of logic here that I might need to pare down and make a little bit simpler. So all kinds of block validation errors. That's wonderful. So that didn't solve our problem here. We're not. Oh. I think that we don't need that now. That might have been the issue for the still building. Let's try that again. No, still block validation errors. Okay. All right, let's try this logic again. Put it all back the way it was. Okay. Why is that a validation error though? Oh, right. Okay. Because icon changed. Alright, I feel like I'm going in circles a little bit. If there is an icon and the name is a custom icon. Okay. So this means this is not, this is, okay, so it says, all right, so this is an icon chosen from the library. Oh, I'm gonna do if icon, if no icon, perhaps we do this. I think that's what we might want to do. Otherwise, and I know if this works, I'm going to put it into a ternary statement, I think. Right? I wonder if that's it. And I don't think we need this now. Right? There's no icon. Right? Then we'll get it from the list of icons based on named icon. Okay, let's try that. I'm unclear on this. Fuck off. I'm unclear on this logic right now. I'm gonna delete this block. I'm gonna delete this block. I'm gonna. How if I save that? Will it have a block? No, it won't. I don't think it'll be a block validation error now. It is, okay. So okay, so where does it fall into here? One, two, three. Okay. So at this point we have icon, which is empty, and we have a named icon name. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm. So it works. It worked fine with when I inserted it, and it just kind of worked. So in this case. The problem is this. So this is what is happening in that case, right? We need to get. So I don't have an icon, but I've got a name, meaning I've selected the icon, right? And then, sorry, what are you saying? Okay, sorry. The problem is the save function returns the new icon. Yes, that is the problem. But we disconnected that, and that sort of works. So initially, like, okay, if I were to just do this, I believe this will not give me a validation error because it's just returning the icon that's been saved. Or is it built? Oh, still not built. What we did fix was that disconnect, so that if it's saved and the icon changes, see, now it works, right? Because it's actually pulling, because the icon, it's pulling from the saved icon. This is stored in attributes, right? So, but the issue that we were running into was this. So if I add a new block, like a new icon block, and I insert the arrow and I hit save, this wasn't showing up on the front end. This isn't showing up in the front end at all, right? Because because I need to insert it, right? So I think what I need to do is put all this back, right? So if I put this back, because what has to happen here is if icon length is 0, meaning it's an empty string, we don't have an icon, but we have a named icon. What we're going to do is we're going to get the icon from our list of the library. So this is like first insert. If icon length is not 0, right, and this is, yeah, this will fail even if there is, and then we're just going to use this. That's my theory. So I'm going to refresh this now and get all kinds of block validation errors. Weird that I'm getting these block validation errors. I think if I save this, refresh this, now they're showing up, okay? So if I insert icon again, and I pick the down arrow, for example, I should be able to save this. This shows up here, sweet. Now if I go into the down arrow markup and break it as well, where's the down arrow? Oh, I bet it's arrow down. Naming things. All right, I'll put that in there. So I'll let this build. I think this is gonna work. I think. So I think what's gonna happen here is we have this, it's been saved, someone's made a change, we refresh this. The change will be reflected in here. You get a bang. No block validation error, but I refresh this, it still works here. If I reorder these now, let's test that. So let's reorder these, we'll save this. Because we haven't changed anything, this shouldn't change. It doesn't change. Okay, so we've disconnected the block. So I don't necessarily have, this doesn't necessarily have to be a dynamic block anymore. Yes! As much as I love dynamic blocks, you should see the stuff that I was doing to try to get this to be a dynamic block. So first of all, I had to register all this, and then I had to generate a list of SVGs. So each one of these SVGs is like the TypeScript thing that I dropped into Claude and said, turn this into actual HTML, and bleh. I like it static too. I like it static for a number of reasons, because you turn the block off, it's core block, but if you deregister the block or whatever, it's still part of the content. So I quite like this approach. So I think we've disconnected the static stuff. There will be a question around, like, how or do you, so this is clearly changed. How do we tell the user that, right? If we replace it, right, and save it, we should get it updated. Now we have it updated on the front end, right? Same with this. No, nothing with that. So I think there's going to be a question, but do you think the icon update isn't showing you? But I do think that when, okay, so what is this? We can make it do that. We can absolutely make it do that. I haven't done anything with the edit, and I think you might be right. I think I agree with your statement here. I don't think that there should be, I don't think the users should. So let's say I've set my icons up and I've refreshed, I haven't been to this page in a month, and I come back and all of a sudden these are all updated and this is prompting me to save. I don't think that's what I want to have happen, right? So we should use the existing is what you're saying. Is what you're saying. You. It's like an 80s 3D movie. So let's get the edit. I agree with you, Corey. I agree with you. But a couple things that I want to do here. So this, I don't need this anymore. What is this? All the changes I made? I think this might be all the changes that I made. Okay, so I'm going to just discard these changes. Discard that file, and I'm going to discard my changes. That is wunderbar. Okay, so let's look at the edit now. No, it shouldn't suddenly change. That's the thing. It shouldn't change. You should have. I believe that you should have control. Maybe there is an argument for saying, "Hey, this icon has changed. Maybe you want to update it. Maybe there's a thing there." But that's something that we can kind of get into a little bit later, I think. So let's look at the edit now. So the edit still has access to everything, right? So okay, so this is basically what we're gonna have to do here. Named icon, custom icon. So we need better. We need more logic in here. Show the saved icon if it exists. Okay, so we're gonna go. This printed icon gets over. Yeah, I think so too, Troy. I think telling, like, there's a balance, right? Because you want the user to know that something has changed. They might love that icon and they might not want to update it. That's the other thing too. You shouldn't, like, if there's an icon that, like, you know how we all are. Somebody has an icon or a font or something that they like, and all of a sudden, like, you know, I hate it when you know, a UI changes and I don't have the option, right? Especially if it's your site, you should be able to control what the icon looks like. If you like that icon, great, then you don't ever need to worry about it, right? Yeah. Okay, so okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate this line for now and comment it out. Okay, so we want to say if icon dot length is there, then we want it to be icon, right? So what this is, okay, so or it's a custom icon. So what is custom icon? The default icon. Okay, I think we should do it this way. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to set it to the icon. And then I'm going to say if I'm going to put this in here. I think we're going to put that in there. Right, that to do. We're going to set printed icon is going to be sure. Not really sure how this is going to work out because I have to figure out this logic a little better. So we always want to show that. Well, wait, what was this is the object. That's the, I think that is the thing that we want there. Right? Okay. So if let's see what that does. Let's see what that does. Forget what we were trying to do here. Oh, we're trying to show the old stuff. Right. Okay. So we want to make sure that this is probably going to show the same. Done. What the hell? Oh, no. This is a default icon. Okay. That's what we want, the default icon. That's probably what we want there. Oh, I think I screwed this up. So this is, if the named icon has a link, then we're going to show a default icon. Otherwise, we're going to show the custom icon. Custom icon is going to be what? Oh! Oh, I see. Oh, I think we can just change this. I think we can do this. Instead of putting that, we'll just put icon in there. So what it's going to do is, if the name is so custom icon gets the icon from the thing. I don't know. Let's just see. Let's just see. Let's just see. Let's just see. That doesn't seem to be. That's still building. Let's try again. Okay, so first things first, I'm a realist. All right, I'm just gonna set that to icon. I'm just gonna set that to icon for now. So this is gonna set the icon. If icon length is 0 and the length is what is this? Why is that there? No. What? Deuce. That's not what I want. Named icon. Okay, let's try that. Well, if we clean up the notifications, I'm just responding to this. If we clean up the notification system and the banner system and stuff in WordPress, I think otherwise, I think it just gets lost in the shuffle because people are just so like, it's like banner fatigue, right? No, what is going on here? What have I done wrong? Is it this? I'm just gonna turn this off for now. Hey, Nick Diego, you need to comment your code. Okay, so that is what I want. Is that what I want? Is that what's being displayed in front of it? It is, okay. So if I mess with the down arrow, I did mess with the down arrow. So it should have a thing too. Okay, so now this is showing, right? So, okay, cool. So that is showing what it's supposed to be showing. Okay, right? Let me just double check that. So if I put this back, I do this, no more. I do that. I printed icon. What am I redeclaring it? What are you talking about? Oh. Just want to see. Oh, this waiting for things to build is so tedious. It's tedious. Okay, cool. All right, so that is working. So now what we want to do, the printed icon is so what is custom icon up here? Default. Oh, that's the default icon. Why are we calling it custom icon? Why are we parsing icon? I don't think we need to. Okay. Okay, so if named icon is this, then this is going to get us named icon 0 or custom icon, which is what the icon name is. So I think what we want to check for now is we're going to want to say icon.length, right? If icon.length is greater than 0, then we're going to use, the icon. Otherwise, we use custom icon. Okay, that seems to be working. Do icon. And we'll insert browser hall, we'll insert capture photo. Okay, so that seems to be WordPress capture photo. Just realized I still have these things running in here. Okay, so then, okay, so wait. Else. I'm gonna grab this else statement. This might just work. So we're doing the same thing in here, right? So, but where is, you know, when all this fails, you can just use the code you already built, right? So this, hopefully, okay, cool. Hopefully, this will figure that out. Yeah, that works. Save it. Works. Okay. So now if we do the, what is this stupid thing called now? It's called capture photo. Capture photo. So if I come in here, and I look for capture photo, and I do the same thing that I've been doing to all of them, just adding a weird little path in here. Let's test it. Okay. Put that in, save it, wait for the build. Really? Okay. Wait for the build. Refresh. This shouldn't have a little dot in it anywhere. It doesn't. This also does not. Okay, and no block validation errors. Great success. It's working extremely well. Okay, we don't need that anymore. And icon block. I don't know. I'm not. Nope. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I can get rid of all of this. Should be able to get rid of all this. Let me do some testing here. Okay. So, while that's building, Kevin's got a question. Let's take a look here. What is the spotlight message? Do you know a way to get the block code from the rendered output on the front end? I'm having trouble identifying which to pull from the DB. What do you mean the rendered code? Like, do you want the the final output, or you want what's stored in the post content field? I want the block code. Oh, with all the attributes. What kind of block is it? You're not gonna get the block code. Like the best you'll get is probably something like this, right? So if you were to get the post content, the raw post content from like using the REST API or something, you should see this, and this should have the attributes in there. Alternatively, yeah. So you want to get this straight from the post content. So I mean, if you were to let's see, I think if you were to do something like WP JSON. Oh, stand by. But I need to identify it from the output. Explain yourself. What do you mean? You need to. Like, imagine a page. Imagine a page with 10 group blocks. There is a function to parse blocks. What that does is that parses the block markup that you're seeing into the actual content. I might think I have to change my permalinks so we get the JSON happening. Yeah, there we go. So what the hell? It's going to be WPV2 is what we want. I want the user to be able to click anything on the front end and find that block in the database. Oh, okay. Well, you should, oh, sorry, post. So this is, okay, so you don't get, so there, maybe if you hit the, and you might have to be authenticated to get the raw. So what I was thinking was like content it's got rendered, but it's also got raw properties. So, but you have to be authenticated. Are your users going to be authenticated? Okay. Okay, so you could do something like this. So if they're logged in, you could probably do. I'm going to butcher this. Yeah. So you're going to be wp.api fetch, and you probably want to do something like this, and then you will get. Oh, sorry. You're going to probably just do it. I think it's like that. Like it's probably going to be something along these lines, right? So you'll have some sort of, I don't know why it's not. Oh, I didn't do it then on there, I guess. No, what? You'll want to do an API fetch, and you should be able to get access to it. Let's look. Network. So for example, let's see, what does it return here? There should be a post call in here somewhere. So if I refresh this, we should get some kind of post call. Oh my god, what is going on here? You probably can figure this out by what I'm saying here, Kevaroo. Oops. Build a load rest response. What is happening? Network. Response. Payload. I don't know what's going on here. What is going on here? Why can't I see any of this stuff? Parsing postcode doesn't always match what's coming from the main loop. It may not. If there's dynamic blocks, it won't be part of the. What you'll probably want to do is like, so are you? Yeah, my approach is I tag them on a server in pre-render block and render block, and then in the REST API customer I do parse blocks and then try to retag again. But there are issues parsing. Yeah, probably. That sounds like issues. What's this? Response. There we go. Okay, so if you look at a post. Does not show the posts. What am I getting here? If I were to, let's see, let's move this and save it. I should get a. Yeah, so this is probably what you want. So in the response, I don't know if you can see this or not, but in the response, there is a content field. And there'll be a raw field that you can get access to. So if you hit the REST API, you'll get the raw stuff, right? So in this content, there'll be content.raw, but you need to be authenticated. I don't know why it's not. I always thought the blocks were missing. Yeah, they are. There's no common identifier for blocks. Those IDs, whatever the client ID, they're generated dynamically. So like whenever the page is loaded, you get a new set of dynamic IDs. So Kev, you're gonna probably want to hit, you're gonna want to hit the REST API to get the content, but you have to be validated. Like you're not gonna see this if it's an unauthenticated user. So you should be able to get this, and this is all of this. Basically, at this point, right? It's all that stuff. That's everything. So that should be what you need. And then if you need to parse that, you can pass that to the do blocks or parse blocks function. I can't remember which one it is. Does that sort of help? Okay. Kevin's off saving the world now. So, all right, cool. Now I've lost my train of thought. I've lost my train of thought. Okay, there's lag. Oh, doing that now, it just doesn't line up. Oh. I'd have to understand what you're trying to do, because I mean, if you're just trying to identify something on the front end, that's just an anchor. But if you're trying to get access to it in the back end, yeah, I don't know, man. I'd have to take a deeper look at it. This is a very complicated problem that you're trying to solve. I don't know anyone that's solved it. Imagine a tool where a user can select a block on the front end. I'm with you. Imagine a tool where the user can select a block on the front end. Then they ask an AI chat, make this block blue. Interesting. Well, maybe you don't need to do it the way that you're thinking. Maybe you just need to identify the block, because like those classes, like in the very in the example that you gave, you would need to have like, in order to display that, you would like when you assign, say, the background a color, there's a class that gets assigned there, right? So like if I were to set this and say whatever, and then I look at this, you can see that there's like has icon color, has contrast background color, has icon background color. So these classes are generated, right? So you could probably do that. You could probably just take this and insert it into the database rather than doing the round trip of trying to like pull it and pull from the database, grab that thing. You just need to basically add it. Maybe I should do this with a core block. Let's look at a core block. Right, so we have this block. We set the background color. You need to persist it. Yeah. Oh, so on the front end. So you want to, I get what you're saying. Well, why don't you just insert that class on the front end temporarily, and then the round trip. Yes, no, I realized that it was a background, but I don't know your system, but if it's based in core, right, it could be add another column. Yeah, okay. So is the plan, Kev, to like select the block, make changes to database returns markup, you replace the existing markup with whatever is there? Like, is that sort of the idea? Yeah, you're gonna need the round trip then. It's the only way to do it. But I mean, isn't there a blocks endpoint? There is, so you can get access to the blocks that way. Okay, I don't know. That sounds really cool. That sounds really cool. Have you looked at the remote data block stuff that Automatic was doing? Like VIP was doing that might be something that you can help. I don't know, man. This is very, 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 very cool. What's this thing? Kevin, can I schedule a demo with you? Will you do a demo with me on stream? This is pretty cool. So this is on the front end, right? I think this is a really cool idea. Are you open to like the AI team helping out, or anyways, we can talk about this later, but this is very cool. I don't know how you know what, Kev, you could add an ID. You can add a UUID to every single block, and if you wanted to do that, like you could just do that. Filter every block, add a UUID, save it as an attribute, and it will never change. That might be one way of targeting things. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but I mean, it won't get rendered. It may not, well, you could render it on the front end as some kind of data attribute or whatever. You're better web stuff than I am. But anyways, that's possible. Okay, that's very cool. Okay, so I need to now let's save. Okay, so in the edit, I don't think I need this anymore. That looks like it's doing things it doesn't need to do. Okay, this microphone is directly in my face. No, I mean when you register blocks. Sorry, are you talking about? Is this response to what I'm saying, or like about? Oh, I see. Okay, cool. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. Sweet. Okay, so I think we've done the first step of disconnecting things. So you can just filter all the blocks. Put a filter in your system in the back end. Every single block just adds a UUID. You could do it on save. You could do it. You could just add it, right? Every time it's inserted, it gets one. You know. That's totally doable. Yeah, and just do it that way. That's the only way editing will. Yeah, so you're talking about taking a block that's existing and modifying it, right? So if you're modifying that block and it's already been inserted, then it will get the ID. If you're dynamically inserting blocks into the block editor, or in some other means, if you're generating this markup, like if you're generating this markup, there's no reason why you couldn't add another attribute in here that's basically, you know, like whatever, UUID, right? And then you just put a value in there when you're inserting it. You find users already now want to support them too. Yeah, totally, dude. You could totally do that. You 500,000 users. Yeah, you might have to figure that out. That's and they're not all dynamic blocks either, right? Yeah. There is a case for the UUID. I could think about parsing every page they have. You could I mean, it's just a matter like, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things you could run. You could run a very heavy CLI script that goes through every single page, grabs every block, inserts this attribute. Now, the other thing you have to be careful of is you have to make sure that the block supports the attributes. So when you have to filter the registration to add a new attribute, call it UUID, and then you'd have to do like an on insert or something. I don't know. There's a lot of parts here. It's doable, but there'd be some heavy lifting, and you would inevitably break something. Well, if I wrote the code, you would definitely break something. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's right. Okay, back to what we're doing. Oh, can't open Slack on. Can I open Slack? I can't open Slack. It terrifies me to open Slack. That's it. All right. Nothing in there. Okay, cool. All right, so the first big hurdle here, I think, is that we have it now disconnecting from the it's disconnected from the markup, which is really good. I'm very happy about that. So maybe we should commit that. Should we commit that? What do we got here? Okay, so first of all, I'm not gonna commit any of these changes to the to that. None of this stuff is going to be changed, right? So we're just going to make some subtle. Oh, oops, that's embarrassing. We're going to get rid of that. Oh, thanks for redeeming that. All right, that's the first part. That's a big win for us, I think. That's a huge win. And then we can start talking about like maybe paring down. Like there's a lot going on here. Okay. So we're gonna go decouple the icon, the saved icon from the WordPress icons library. The saved icon is displayed in the edit and on the front end. And displays. Oh my god! And display it in the edit state. Okay, cool. So we're gonna just commit those. Gonna do that. It's gonna run all kinds of things. It's probably gonna tell me I have some errors that I need to fix. Still running. Still running. Still running. Come on. So what does this do behind the scenes? So is the way the new icon libraries are added the same as the current icon block plugin? Well, we're not adding. I don't know. That's a good question. I think right now. So this is Nick's icon block. So if you were to insert another icon, you can insert it this way. Right, so we can do that. So I need an SVG example. Is there? Oh, you know what we need is Kevin's face. That's what we need. I want this. We need a good SVG example. Yes. So those all exist right now. They're not going to necessarily be. I just want the markup, man. I just want the markup. What is it? I think it's. Oh God. There we go. So we'll insert that. That's our custom one. Okay, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. We got to fix that. Okay. So we got to fix that icon. And I'm going to save this. It's showing in the front end, but it's not showing on the back end. Sweet. Yes, so there is some filters. They're going to change. The name of the filters will absolutely change. The name of the block will change too. So unfortunately, it's not going to be a one-to-one switch. But yeah, there will be filters. Now, I don't know what those filters are going to include right now, but we'll get there. Okay, so what's that? What is this ding to my ear? How dare you ding in my ear? Okay, so this is, okay, so I think I need to understand where we are. I think this is going to be where we end up. Is this, Kevin, if this is you? Oh, what's this? Oh, prototype, cool. I'm going to finish my train of thought and then look at that. Oh, the other thing, friends, and I wanted to pitch this. This is something that we did at WordCamp US, and it was a lot of fun. Myself and Birgit, Jonathan Bossinger, and Brian Cords from Woo. We had this conversation. The premise was a 25-year-old. We asked AI to ask us questions in the form of a 25-year-old YouTuber, and we answered them. It was about WordPress and AI. It was a lot of fun. So check that out. I don't know who's dinging me, but things are dinging. Ding it a dang dong. Okay, cool. Anyways, I get so I can close this down. All right, so I wanted to see where this was. So let's get back in here. I'm gonna open up my console again. It was a ton of fun. Actually, I really enjoyed it. But it was a ton of fun. So what is? Oh, is it not getting into that? So where's it? That's coming at 170. So that's not where it's coming from. Oh, this must be where it is. Okay. Right? I'll still build it. Yeah, we had a lot of fun on that thing. It was super early in the morning too, because I'm good at, okay, so here we go. So this is in here. So icon name. Okay, so what is this? So it gets in here. I don't know why custom icon. Oh, this should be printed icon, right? That should be printed icon. Let's see. Renaming things is probably all gonna break now. So let's see. So this should give me custom thing. Come on now. Oh, it didn't. Oh, okay. Still not. It takes forever to build. Okay, so that works. Oh, that's a columns thing. I'll need that. Okay, so that's working again. So let's delete that. So let's save this. Make sure it shows up on the front end. It does indeed. It does indeed show up on the front end. Let's make sure the rotations and everything are working. Holy smoke-a-doodles. Okay. Okay, so that fixed that. So, icon is never reassigned. So, is this, yeah, where is this used? It's used in 5 places. Custom, custom, custom. Oh, I don't need that. Do I need that? No. I don't think I need this anymore. Oh, no, I do need that. Okay, so it gets, so. Guess cost. Okay, it's telling me not, I don't need to assign it. Okay, so. This is great. I'm actually super excited that we were able to disconnect the stuff. Don't you start with me. Custom icon is not defined. Custom icon is not defined. Edit 161. There we go. Did you guys catch the devil voice that came out of me there for a second? Don't you start with me. Oh, I do that to my kid at night when he won't go to bed. I'm already saving for the therapy bills. I'm just kidding. He does that to me. He's terrifying. Oh my God. So I'm on the computer last night. It's like 10 o'clock. He's been in bed for, I thought he was in bed for like half an hour, 45. It's quiet. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'm playing a video game, messing around. All I feel is this hand on my shoulder, and it scared the hell out of me. And it was him, and he stuck up. He goes, "Dad, did I scare you?" And I'm like, "You." So yes, he scared me. Yeah, it was. He deserves it. No, I deserve it. I'm a horrible dad. Okay, cool. So let's. Just fix displaying the what should we call it? Pasted. No. Insert. Yes. Custom SVG in the editor. Okay. So I think that's a big win for us. So that's working, right? They're disconnected, but you can still change it, right? Okay. So we will sync those changes. All right. So that's pretty awesome. So this is the thing, the categories there's a bunch of categories that have been defined in here. I don't know where they've been defined. I need to get rid of some of them. Oh, this is it. Okay. So if we browse the icons, you can see that we don't have any editor, any logos, or any media. So, editors and logos. So I'm going to get rid of those categories. We don't need those. I don't think we need that. Right. This is just something that I need to clean up. So let's see. So we got in here, admin, arrow, blocks, design, media. I'm starting to feel like maybe these should, like maybe this should be a single category and call it like core, like WordPress. I don't know. What do we think about that? I love how the Lup's just like, poor kid. Like, yeah, I am a horrible father. I really am. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just I'm oh, what's this? Okay, so Dave, who's amazing. Dave, I don't know if you're around, but you're amazing. So I am going to just update this and say, get Dave. Get Dave. I was able to sever. Oh my God. Sever the connection between the icons and the library after the block is saved. This means that the icon is saved as is, and any changes to it, to the associated icon will not trigger block validation error. Oh my God, there's like this delay when I'm typing. That's why I'm not typing well. Block validation error and display display the icon that was saved. in the edit. Yeah, absolutely. I think no, you don't. It's all me. It's all me, Corey. I'm gonna link to the stream actually. I think this is a community thing. I think we were working on this together. You were listening to me ramble on. You made great suggestions, and so on and so forth. There, I was able to sever. When did he comment that? Like an hour ago. I was able to sever the connection. This means the icon saved as is, and any change to the associated icon will not trigger block validation and display the icon that was saved in the edit. This means that we don't need to convert the block to static to dynamic. Okay, what did he say? Yes, it does. I wonder if we can update. Okay, so here's to our dynamic block. Okay. All right, I'm gonna bug Dave about this because he's a great guy. If you've never had a chance to meet him, you should meet him. He's an awesome dude. Really nice guy. Okay, so I was able to serve the connection between the icons in the library after the block is saved. Come on now. Edit after the block is saved. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we could still, people might come back and say, no, I think it's better to do it dynamic. I don't necessarily agree. But it does mean that, we'll be able to ship this way faster and there's so much less overhead involved with it. I think we can just do it, keep doing this. And this is great fun. Okay, so what else? Oh, what's this? I'm going to say remove some empty categories from the list. Do that. Bink, bink, bonk. What time is it? 12. All right, cool. Oh, I keep wanting to jump over to my Slack, but it's not gonna happen. All right. So, so these are the filters. Blocks that register block type dot icons. Oh, we're okay. Icon block dot icons. Yeah. Okay, so that does that. Let's sync that. You know what? I'm gonna wait until this because no one's code reviewed this thing yet, and I think there's gonna be some code review required. Okay, so there's some other things that I wanted to clean up. So let's look at this interface. So I think I'm just wondering if I should just start making some decisions around like things that we maybe necessarily don't need. Like, for example, do we need this preview size? Is it a big deal? Maybe we can keep it. Maybe it's... I'm trying to keep it from getting too bloated, right? There's a lot of features in here, like, you know, the flipping, all this stuff, but they're all like pretty handy features to have. I don't know. So replace, so edit, so we can edit this. Oh, I fixed that. Oh, I fixed that. Is it different? Yeah, I totally fixed that. What happened there? What happened there? Okay, let's look at the CSS. Look at the CSS. I definitely fixed it. One of the things that my gotta find the CSS for that now. One of the things that oh, sorry, you guys can't see that. The accessibility audit kind of gave us, these are too far apart. Like they should be closer together. I don't disagree with that. Like this should be over here. So I just need to find out where that is, because I did fix that at one point. Icon preview buttons right there. So let's just find this. It's an editor. So I'm gonna go editor. Oops, find that. There it is. Should not be. It should be. Flex end? It is flex end, and then I was gonna add a gap 16. I think gap. I think it was what, 16 pixels? Is that what? I think that's what it was. Okay, so I just need to add that. Ooh. Well, that's not it. I need the next one. There we go. I think it was gap 16. There was another one, maybe it's these buttons. It's these buttons. I was just trying to like match what we had going on in here, and the gap was 16. Okay, cool. So flex start 16. So this should give me flex end gap 16. Cool, awesome, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. I'm gonna refresh this. Yeah, I'll reload that. You start with me. Go back over here. So if I do this, and I go, I'm still building. Still building. There we go. That's much nicer. Much nicer. Much cleaner. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna commit that. I don't know what happened there. I thought I already did that. I'm gonna say fix the adjust the spacing between the custom SVG and buttons to based on a okay, we'll do that. Sweet. Oh my god, I'm so sore. Uh-oh. What's he yell at me for? Expected single space after. Where is this? 25? Why is this? Why is it doing that? Ugh, why is it doing that? Is it style config or something that's screwing me up? It's just probably a style config in here. I have to Where is it? Violin. Okay. Let's look in here. Workspace. We have like a style int config, and it'll be that, but it'll be what is it? That style int. No, sorry, CJS. Oh. Holy God, this, whatever this thing is doing is fucking pissing me off. Tell you that, friends. I need to go style int. Style int. Config file. Oh, that's what I want. I'm gonna do this dot. What the hell this thing's called?
Oh, you made a wise choice, my friend.
Oh, thanks for the follow, BTJ. Thank you for the follow. That was what I want. All right, there it is. Is it gonna work now? Can I not find it? Let's turn it. Oh God, I might have to turn it off. No. This is annoying. I have it set to save on change. Something I have going on. I'd probably have it set to save on change in my user or something. Let's go to settings. Let's go to user. Find it. I think I turned this off. So I'm going to just revert this and we'll put it back. It's super duper annoying. I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to revert that. Those changes. Yes. And then what are they finding? There. Nope. Should be that.
Oh, you made a wise choice, my friend.
Oh, thanks for the follow. The Safari. I can't say that. Thank you for the follow. The Safaya Suerte. Thank you so much for the follow. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna commit just that change because that should be all this. Everything that's changed. Yeah. And then I gotta figure out why my styles are overriding that, but we'll figure that out. Okay, cool. So that's what I wanted to do. Hi, didn't you put it in the Etch Builder? Maybe try it. I have not tried it. Hi, first of all, thanks to am I saying that right? Desafia Suerte? Desafiar Suerte? I'm not saying that right. I'm sorry. I have not tried it. It is a thing that I'm aware of. Yeah, some people love it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I don't have a real strong opinion because I haven't played with it. I'm not buying a demo of it, but if someone has one, I'd love to take a look. But yeah, okay. So that commit worked. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we got another one here. All right, cool. Okay, we're making some moves here. Moving back over there because my shoulder's all cut off. Okay, I don't know. Is this a good stopping spot? Yeah. Someone drops in my chat, mentions Etch, and we're out. No, I'm kidding. I appreciate you being here for sure. I've not used Etch. I would love to see more of it. I was talking to a guy at WordCamp US who's a big Etch user, loves it, and it sounds pretty neat. It sounds like it's got some cool ideas around like. I may be wrong, and if Kevin Geary watches this, he's probably gonna be like, "You're an idiot. What are you talking about?" Because I don't know what I'm talking about. But it sounds like it's not for like your standard user. Like it's for someone that knows a little bit of web development stuff, because it does expose the option, like the ability to inject CSS and things like that. But I don't know all the intricacies of it. But it sounds interesting. It sounds like a cool project. So I wish him well. Wish the project well. All right, what is this thing? Oh, this is Kev's demo. Let's see. So you're clicking on that. Can y'all read that? Let's zoom it in. Make this better. Can I make a suggestion about this demo, Kev? Oh, this is just the demo. Okay, cool. I was gonna say cut out all the waiting parts, like, you know. But this is just for me. Yeah. No, this is nice though. This is very cool. Can I share this internally, just to like various folks? Jonathan Bossinger would probably love to see this. He's right up in the AI, all up in the AI. Oh, okay, cool. Sorry. Yeah, here I am critiquing video edit. No. Like I'll share this link with him, and I mean he's right into this stuff. Like, are you using, like, you know, he's all about the AI tools that the core AI team's putting together, like the MCP adapter and the, you know, all the SDKs and everything. So, oh wow, that's cool, man. I like that. I will share that internally. So show. Yeah. I'm not gonna say that right. Desafar Suerte. Did you get an answer to your question? You good? All right. Cool. Well, I think I'm gonna probably drop off now, but I just don't. I'm not sure. Do we have? Okay, we have no failed tests yet. All the unit tests are passing. This is big deal, a big deal. So thanks so much for hanging out with me and getting this done. Yeah, man, I'd love to see a demo for sure. Awesome. Well, thanks for hanging out. And like, if you, I mean, feel free to drop links in the chat. You know, if you want. Like, are you an Etch user? Because I'm not. But not that I'm just not. But if you are, I'm sure there's lots of people that would like to hear about it and see what it can do and all that stuff. So feel free to drop links in the Discord, in our Discord or whatever. But Kevin's looking forward to the icon block, just like you're looking forward to my streams, Kevin. Oh, you're so nice. Alpois, I haven't gotten that invite to Costa Rica yet, the formal invite where I can come to Costa Rica and speak at your conference. I'm just saying, I'm feeling a little sad about it. I'm having some emotions. Emotional damage, as my 9-year-old would say. Oh, you mean, yeah. I would love to continue doing these types of streams. I am probably going to have to do another one. Well, I'm not going to have to. I want to do another one, but I'd love to get sort of like some more feedback and everything. Yes, going to Costa Rica. Yeah, if there's anything on this, like, feel free to drop comments. So this is the issue that is connected to the PR. The PR is here. Now, here's the thing. We want the world, right? We want everything, but we got to get it in first. So to do that, we got to have a concise set of features that we know, okay, this works. It works for like 43% of the web. And of those 43%, like, you know, people are going to use this. This is the tools that they need. And then we can start saying, okay, cool, we've got this in place. And now how do we extend it, right? So So we can come in and be like, yeah, let's use Font Awesome. Great idea. But we're not there yet. Not to say, I'm not trying to discourage folks, but we want to make sure that the conversation is concise and it moves us towards getting this in core for 6.9. And then beyond that, an icon library or whatever, right? All that cool stuff. So I think we've got, people on board. I know that the leadership of the project are really wanting to get this in place. So yeah. Oh, I do want a good laugh. Let's see. If you want a good laugh, all right, here we go. Spotlight message. First of all, no one laughs at the lub. No one puts baby in the corner, and no one laughs at the lub. Let's look. What's wrong with this? This is 7 years ago? God, I am not going to show you any code I wrote 7 years ago. Let's look. You got, what's in the bin? Oh, okay. It was such a different animal. It was a year old. Let's look at the blocks. Wow. Blocks that build. Ooh, that's a big file. Oh wow, there you go. Oh, this is the dev build too. How big is this file? Does it say? Does it tell you how big the file? Oh, it's not that big. Oh wow, what is all this? Nice. So do you have the source in here somewhere? Index doesn't have anything, but dash con. This is great. I love seeing this because I mean, like how far have we come since this, right? Like, this was the Wild West, man. 7 years ago, I was working at 10 Up, and we were like trying to figure out how to. Oh my God, extract. We were trying to find our way, just like everyone else was, right? The block is in the dash icon, and here. Oh, it's okay. Blocking it. Register script, register style, register block type. There it is. Oh my God, I forgot about all that stuff that we had to do all that. Yeah. Oh man, it's come so far. Do you know that there was 3 different versions of register block type? It's a folder. Where's the folder? The block is in a... Oh, in there. Duh, I'm so blind. Okay. Block.js. Love it. Oh, this is great. Yeah, this is how we did it. Totally how we did it. It's a static block. Yep. I bet that bit you in the ass at least twice. Bit me in the ass a million times. Editor CSS. Okay, cool. Components. What do we got for components? We got the editor. Oh yeah, man. This is great. I love that you were doing this. I love that you were doing this. This is so good. This is great. Using functional components. Nice. Not React, not classes. That's pretty rare. At this point. Oh, here we go. Yep. Extends components. So using. This is great. And do you have the lifecycle functions in here? Render. What do we got? Are there more in there? Oh god, the render's huge. Okay, maybe not, but that's fine. Oh man, yeah. Compose with colors. Oh my god, this brings it back. This is what we did. Like, you should have seen our compose files. Like we would have like with colors, with actions, with hooks, with blah blah blah, with select, with dispatch, all that stuff. There'd be a huge, nested. It was crazy. Yeah, this is great. Thanks for sharing this. This is fun. This is definitely like, it's a long time ago. That's great. Yeah. Anyways, the thing I was rambling on about is I want to, yeah. So, yes, that's right. Hooks came in much later. Yeah. Let's look. Do I just have core in here? I do. Okay. So let's look for register. I want to show you something. Register block type. So the PHP version of this has gone through 3 iterations. Here it is. So I'm gonna just jump into that. Okay, so so the first iteration was this, right? And in 5.0, right? So ridiculous. Okay, so in 5.0 we got register block type, right? So that's how we register blocks when Gutenberg came up. This used to be a string, and the string was like the name of the block, and then this was the arguments that we passed to it, right? So I think it's probably how he was doing it in here. Let's look. Is it in here? Yeah. So you see, so we had the string, and then the array of stuff, right? Then later, like the next version of WordPress, we got, I don't know actually when we got this. It was between 5.0 and 5.8. So then we got register block type. Well, it'll tell me right here. Since when? Since 5.5. So in 5.5, we got register block type from metadata. And block type was this a string? And then arg? Let's see. What was it supposed to take? File or folder. So this this could take would this block still work? Probably. It probably would, because it's smart enough. So in here we're either calling register block type and probably this, then we're going to return that. Otherwise it does this. Register block type underneath the hood actually does call register block type, I think. Somewhere in here, I think. Maybe not. You still in this function? Holy God. Yeah, so it calls it under the hood. It's always calling a registry, like the block type registry, and added the block to it. But well, maybe. I'm sure some stuff will fail. Probably some packages have moved around. It might work though. But yeah, so we got this in 5.0, then we got this in 5.5, then we got this back in 5.8, and it changed the signature. So this used to be just a string. Now it's a path to, it's still a string, but it's a path to a block.json file, right? And so now if you pass it in here, it's hilarious. So we saw a lot of changes to the block API for a long time. Right now it's definitely settled, but so just this stuff alone was confusing. So you'll see register block type for metadata out there in the wild, and it still works, right? Yeah. So anyways, it's an interesting thing, how we fight our way through this, get it all done. But anyhow, I'm gonna call it for today. But thanks so much. Well, let's actually, before I do that, I want to look at the edit function there. We'll see what do we got. So the edit is editor. Where's editor? Editor is imported from somewhere. Default as editor from components editor. Components editor. I think you might get a React warning. Do you get React warnings when you're using classes? Like, I don't think it would fail. You're not using any of the life cycle hooks that, like component did mount, component will mount, that sort of stuff. You're not using any of that, so I don't think that's going to be a real problem. Compose still exists. I believe these hooks all are these higher order components all still exist, so it would probably work. I mean, some of your component prop names might be different, or there might be some things that break just because it's 7 years old, but I think for the most part it'll probably work as expected. Yeah. Whether it renders inside the block editor the way you want it to, I'm not sure. There's also like you're accessing you are accessing the global, which is fine because these should all be enqueued for you. But I think editor became block editor, so this actually might be a problem. Let me just look at this. I want to see if there's an actual. So we go wp dot editor. Does it exist? Oh, no, because I'm not where it's supposed to be. Does it still exist? What are you pulling off? What were you pulling off the editor there? Rich. Oh yeah. There's nothing in here that's crazy. Fragment isn't needed anymore, but again, where am I? So we go wp.element. Is it on there? Yeah, it's all still there. I'm sure that would render just fine. Yeah. Your classes will probably be weird, or like maybe you might get some kind of like you click on it and it accesses something that's been moved to a different package, so you get the like console warnings, or it might fail. But I mean, it'd be fun. Just like take that block and plunk it in. Actually, is that a built block? Is this what am I doing? Is this if I download this, is this just a built block? Like, will this just work? Guess we're gonna find out. I guess we're gonna find out. Plugins installed. Add plugin. Upload plugin. Where did I download that? Choose file from download. There it is. Install. Activate. So far so good. Post. All posts. Add posts. The loop. And then what is it? Dash con? Is this it? Liam. Hey Liam. How you doing? I haven't seen you forever. Good to see you, friend. So let's see. This is working fine. Top toolbar. Oh no, I'm gonna take top toolbar off. Let's see. We have the sidebar. Good. I'm doing great. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, look at that. Add a border. Yeah, we'll add a border. What? This is awesome. A little background color there, actually. A little icon color. Make it center color. Okay, we'll do that. Ooh, border color. We'll make it like this. Oh. Border size. Oh, wait. Is that the border? Wait. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Now let's publish. Let's publish and we'll take a look here. Let's see what we got. It's working great. What are you talking about? It is working. It's working out. So there's a couple of things like this is wrong. Something's up with that. I don't know what that is, but that's fine. This is pretty great. What is, so that's okay. Yeah, this is just your regular stuff. So what is that? Oh, is that supposed to change? Oh, I don't know. How do I change the icon? Maybe this is the problem that isn't working. Dash icon. I can't change the icon. Or where do I change? Is it? I think that's the issue. I think that's probably the only thing that you have to fix. Unless there's a button I'm missing. Okay, so that's supposed to open the toolbar button. Okay, so that's probably all it is. You probably just, I bet if you just look at the source code. Let's look. I bet if you look in blocks, and you look in dashcom, you look in the block, in your oh no, your editor's in a different thing. Let's see. Oh, come on, in here. Editor. I bet you're just doing the wrong thing. Not doing the wrong thing. I bet it has changed on you. Let me just double check. Is it no? Let's double check. There's no console warnings or anything. Yeah, I didn't check that. Okay. What's this? What's this? React unstable unfocused. Okay. Okay. So there's a React warning. Not a big deal. Oh yeah. So you've got a couple of things like, for example, the block controls. So it moved from editor to block editor. So that's kind of what I thought might happen because they've been moving stuff around, right? So, and this is deprecated since well before you, or well after you built this, right? And it will be removed in 6.2. Did it actually get removed in 6.2? I don't think it would. Anyways, so that's probably where, so your block controls is probably just pulling from the wrong thing. And what have we got down here? Yeah, alignment toolbar. It's just deprecation warnings because things have moved and you haven't updated. So I bet if you updated that, it will work just fine. Please use custom components as toolbar controls. Using custom components as toolbar controls is deprecated. Please use toolbar item, toolbar button. Okay, so that's what it is. So you're probably using a custom, I bet you're using a custom thing in there, right? Block controls, rich text, alignment toolbar. Oh no, you're using alignment toolbar. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is then. Yeah, I bet it's just a couple of updates, but this is pretty great though. I mean, for something that is quite literally 7 years old, and I just installed it and it's generating an icon. for me. That's beautiful. I think it's great. So just giving you the, yeah, this is awesome, man. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. This is for you.
I am madly in love with you.
I think this even is a great success, which I don't think I have. Do I have a great success? I have a mission accomplished. I need a great success thing. That's what I need. All right, I'm gonna go. Liam, great to see you again. Thanks so much for hanging out. We're just wrapping up the stream, but happy to have you here. And thanks for sharing your code and being vulnerable in that way. That's fantastic. Oh, there we go. There we go. Mission passed. Mission passed. So, yeah, this is great. Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to continue working on the icon block, maybe next week on stream as well. We'll see where this goes. We'll see how we can get with this stuff. And then, yeah, and we'll go from there. But in the meantime, thanks for hanging out with me. And I will chat with you, another time. So talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.